be love. And can you guys believe I am back with another video in the same freaking month? Like, who am I? Who do I think I am? Hey, and welcome back. Welcome if this is your first time listening to my voice. Unfortunately, you won't be seeing my face in this video, but your girl finally got her hair done. So you'll probably see my face in the next video. But funny, do you guys want a mini story time? Now that I've said that, I'm gonna give y'all a mini story time. Let me get up and walk around. Then we're gonna talk about the Mr. series. So I got my hair done. I think what's today? Today's Monday. So I got my hair done Saturday. Now, I've got my hair done by this young lady once before, but I got a different style. I got some faux locks, and it took her maybe 5 hours or so to do the faux locks. And I've been going to a different young lady to get my knotless braids of all sizes. So the last time I went to the other young lady to get the knotless braids, it took all day. Y'all know how it be. When you get extra small braids, you're going to be there, all day. So I was like, okay, the other young lady is closer to my house. It's just like a 15-minute drive. So even if I am there for, 8, 9, 10 hours, it's just 15 minutes away. So it's not going to be as long of a drive because I hate driving. So I went to the young lady. On her website, it says it takes 8 hours for extra small knotless braids. So I'm thinking 7 to 3, right? Okay. I get there. Well, before I get there, she texts me and she lets me know she got up late, but she's getting up now. She's getting ready to go. I'm like, all right, cool. This is already a long, the long style. We can't afford to be late, but I'm like, all right, it's fine. Things happen. So she gets there like around 7:30. We get started, and it's going. It takes her maybe like an hour and a half to like separate my hair before she even starts braiding. And I'm like, okay, cool. So it seems like she's got she's got some urgency about herself. Great, I made the right choice. So 8:30 comes around, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, and everybody that she's talking to, the people, in the salon, when her kids call, she's basically like, I'm doing this, that, and the third. I'm gonna be here all day. Now, I'm like, her definition of all day and my definition of all day could very well be completely different things. Because she started at 7:30, was supposed to start at 7. So maybe to her, 3 or 4 o'clock is, all day. I didn't think she meant literally all day. So 2 o'clock rolls around and she's been, stopping a lot, eating, drinking, using the bathroom, getting on the phone, whatever. Typical shit. So 2 o'clock rolls around and she asked me if we can take a lunch break so she could put something on her stomach. I'm like, okay, don't really want to, but what choice do I really have? Because if I say no, it could potentially take even longer if she's hungry, or she could rush through it and it not look as good because she's hungry. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. We leave, come back around 2:30. She eats her food, and while I'm out, I notice not as much of my hair is done as I thought was done. Like I thought she would be like halfway through or more than halfway through because remember, it's 2 o'clock, 8 hours, 3 o'clock, 30 minutes late. Okay, 3:30, lunch break, 4 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, she should be a little over, if not more than halfway done. But she's just a third of the way done. So I was like, you know what? I should just leave and take these out and go to my normal girl. And I should have listened to my first mind and just been like, you know what? This is all of the time that I had set aside for this today, because the website said 8 hours. I was prepared to be there for 10 because even though it said 8 hours, it never really takes 8 hours. So I was prepared to give 10 hours of my day to my hair. And I knew good doggone well by 4 p.m. she was not going to be done with my hair. But I was like, you know what? I've already started the process. I'm anxious to get these extra small braids in. Let me just suck it up and go back. Now, because I was not prepared to be there, I didn't have breakfast. I didn't even have any water before I left. I didn't grab my charger. My person got the car charger out and put it in his truck. So my battery was dying and all this kind of stuff. Basically, your girl was ill prepared for this long ass day in the beauty shop. So I text him and I'm like, hey, she's taking a lunch break. It'll probably be around 5 o'clock when she's done. 5 o'clock rolls around, battery's even lower. She's nowhere near done. So I text him again. But at that point, she was just working on like the top sides. So, it always seems like you think they have 10 braids left and they end up doing 30. So because she only had the top size left, I texted him and I was like, should be just a couple more hours. I'll be home around 8 o'clock. My battery's low just in case it died. Here's my location. So I sent him my location. He sends me his because that's just what we do. And that was it. My battery's constantly getting lower. I know it's about to die, so I'm not on my phone. Period. I'm trying to save it because this is my first time going to this location. She was in a new location, and I wanted to at least have enough juice to find my way back home. I felt like I could have felt my way, but I'm kind of I struggle with anxiety. So even though I knew I could find my way back home because I knew it was gonna be dark, I would have been more comfortable having my GPS. So I stopped, interacting with apps and stuff on my phone. And so from like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, my husband is basically losing his mind. And I have no earthly idea because I don't have my phone. So after 8 o'clock passes and I'm not at home, he's worried because he know I said I was gonna send him my location. Apparently it didn't go through. He knows I'm at a new location that I've never been to before. I am familiar with this young lady, but he didn't remember that I was familiar with this young lady. So he thinks I'm with a completely new stylist that I don't know, and I'm hours late, and I don't do that. He knows that I communicate, and I don't be out because I don't like to drive. So 9 o'clock rolls around, he's getting concerned. 10 o'clock rolls around, he's getting concerned. 10:30 comes around, he's getting concerned, and he thinks I'm kidnapped. You guys, he thinks something horrible has. It's not funny. It's not funny. He thinks something horrible has happened. He's looking for me. He has his family looking for me. He's called my family. My family's worried. Everybody's looking for me. He thinks I'm kidnapped or worse, and he's just losing his shit. He's calling police. He's calling sheriff. He's trying to have my phone tracked. Like he's going a little mad. And I have no idea. I'm just sitting here bored, irritated, hungry, throat dry, I'm dehydrated. I didn't get a bottle of water until 11 o'clock, close to 12. I had a little thing of cheesy fiesta potatoes at 2 something, and I really couldn't even eat and enjoy that because they taste like they were cold. They didn't really taste like they were all the way done. So I was extremely hungry, dehydrated, tired, irritated, ready to go because what was supposed to take 8 hours, y'all, took 16. So eventually she was like, yeah, we were talking about other stylists and their requirements. And she's like, yeah, that's why I asked if you could go ahead and wash your hair because I know I braid slow and it takes me a long time. And I was sitting there like, oh my God. If you know you braid slow, it takes you a long time. I'm getting waist length, extra small braids. and she went past my waist and past my ass. Like the braids are long as all get out, you guys. And they're beautiful. They're worth it. But I was not prepared for the time that it was gonna take. Like if I would have known it was gonna take 16 hours, I would have had a book, my iPad, my phone, my charger, two Lunchables, three bottles of water, and I would have better prepared my husband so he would have known I was gonna be gone all day because I was supposed to be home at 3, which turned into 8, and I didn't get home until after 12. So I got my phone because something in my spirit was just like, girl, check your phone. I was on 3% at that point, and I was going to cut it off altogether just to make sure I would have my GPS. And I noticed somebody had hacked my Kroger account and put like a $254 charge on my Kroger app to have their groceries delivered in Florida. And I was like, you know how bold you gotta be to hack somebody's account, delete their address, use their credit card, and spend almost $300 and then put your address on the motherfucker? Like, I can track you down. Even if they didn't live there, even if it was a neighbor or a family member, whatever the case may be, I can track you down. So I was like, what in the world is going on? So in the process of me just going crazy over that and trying to figure out how I can cancel this order, because they placed the order literally right when the Kroger phone and chat representatives were about to go for the day. So they were very smart with it. But thankfully, I woke up the next morning and was able to cancel it and get a refund, thank God. But I'm about to use the last of my battery for that. And I'm constantly saying to her, girl, because, oh yeah, before that, she was like, do you think I get some pictures? I know you've been here all day, but do you think I can get some pictures? And I'm like, girl, I don't give a damn about no pictures. I done been here literally all day. I just told you somebody has hacked my account, spent almost $300. I need to get home so I can take care of this. I told her repeatedly, my battery is dying. My battery is low. I need to handle this. I need to get in touch with these people. So she finally was like, oh, well, I got a little short charger, you can use. And I'm like, thank God. So I put my phone on her charger and I'm trying to handle that. And in the process, my phone is blowing up with text messages and phone calls. So now that I got, my phone on the charger, I take it off the low battery mode and I see I got 20 missed calls, 17 text messages, and my first thought is something has happened to a family member. I have no idea that my family is calling me like crazy because they think something has happened to me. So I have a thing. I typically call the first or last person who called me. Just depends on how many calls I have. This time I called the last person who called me, which was my sister. And I was like, girl, what is going on? And she was like, where are you? Are you okay? What is going on? Jeff and your daddy calling me and they think something wrong with you because you ain't been answering your phone, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my Lord. So at like 10:50, I call him and I'm trying to tell him about the Kroger situation, and he's getting home after searching for me. So he don't care about no Kroger. He's trying to figure out, well, what has happened to me. And I'm like, nothing happened to me. I'm still getting my hair done. And he was so upset because my location didn't come through. He thought somebody had kidnapped me and all of this kind of stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm still here. So long story short, I've been on punishment. I can't leave the house by myself for the next 2 weeks without telling my whole family where I'm gonna be and who I'm with because they were worried sick. But listen, my hair looks great, you guys. So next video, I more than likely put my face in front of the camera so y'all can see the hairstyle that almost made my family disown me because they thought something had happened to me. But But back to the Mr. series. Yay! So when I wrote Mr. Librarian, I was not prepared at all for the book to do as well as it did. I kind of struggle with people being like, this is too out there. Not in the sense of it was bad, but I just didn't think it would appeal to a lot of people because it was so different. Y'all showed me that was not the case. We've gotten close to 2 million pages read in 2 months. So many freaking units sold, over 1,000 reviews, and I was just blown away. I was not prepared. And what I love most about Mr. Librarian is he made readers seek me out. Khalil made you guys seek me out. Like, y'all was coming for me in my group, in DMs, via email, for interviews, all of that kind of stuff. And I just absolutely love that. So, because Mr. Librarian, aka Khalil, has done so well, and we had so many people asking about Hosea and Tyreek, which is his best friend and brother, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and run it back. I have a fear. I'm not gonna lie. I have a fear about bringing back characters for like a series or a spin-off if it was supposed to be a standalone, because I never want to lose the voice of that character and the essence of that character. Once I release a book, I release those characters and I move on to the next. So I didn't want to do a second book for Khalil and Honey, even in the form of a novella for a wedding or anything. But I did feel comfortable continuing on with the Mr. series and just highlighting them for a couple of chapters. So, what I decided to do was create a novella, which is titled Mr., and the subtitle is the Mr. series Prelude, however you say it, depending on where you're from. I'm a country girl, so I say Prelude. And it comes out May 27th. So what's today, the 16th? That's a little over 10 days away, a little over a week away. You're gonna get 7 men, 2 chapters each, 14 chapters total. And basically, the purpose of Mr. is to introduce you to the other male characters that are about to have standalone titles in this series. So you're going to hear from Khalil and Honey. You're going to hear from Tyreek and Janae. You're going to hear from Hosea and someone else. I'm not going to give you any details about that. You'll see. And along with those three, there are going to be 4 new male characters that you will be introduced to as well. Let me say it again. This is a novella. Each man has only 2 chapters. Okay? So it's 14 chapters. This is an introduction. It is not a full-length novel. It is not going to have a beginning, middle, and end. So if you're looking for something that has those elements, do not read this. Period. Like if you're an anxious reader and you feel like this is gonna make it difficult for you to wait till the full length books come out, don't read this. Because it's a lot of drama, it's a lot of trauma, it's a lot of sex appeal, it's a lot of just craziness going on. Because I'm letting you meet these men exactly where they are in their lives and in their relationships. So yeah, it's good. It's very entertaining. You're gonna be sitting on the edge of your seat. You ain't gonna want to put it down. But please, please, please keep in mind that it is only 2 chapters per man, and it's a novella. I think it's like 20,000 words. So if that's not your thing, don't try to make this your thing. Don't read it and then leave a 3-star review and talk about how it was so short and you want more and you got questions and all this kind of stuff. You're going to have questions. This is a teaser. In essence, it's a teaser. It's introducing you to the men, introducing you to their characters, to their love interests, to prepare you for their full length story. So, if you know you don't rock with that kind of stuff, you can skip this. You don't have to read Mister in order to read the stories that are going to come out later this year. But what I will say is, in those individual stories, what's happening in Mister is only going to be mentioned as a summary in their full length novels. So let me see. I don't want to tell you guys too much, but I want to give you an example. Um, I'll give you an example of Anton. Um, Anton is doing what's supposed to be a last run before he goes completely legit. In the process, he finally acknowledges the feelings that he has for his supplier. And he also breaks up with his girlfriend. So when Anton's book comes out, you're not going to see those two chapters that show him making that decision about his last run and finally, coming to terms with his feelings for his supplier. Nor are you going to see the chapter that shows and explains why he and his girlfriend break up. When his story starts, he's going to be single, dealing with the consequences or rewards of the choices that he makes in Mister. So you don't have to read it in order to understand, what's going to be going on. But if you're curious, if you've ever been curious about why a character was single, why a marriage was struggling, why a career decision was made, and all you got was a paragraph to explain it, you're going to love Mister, because I go into great detail about why what happens. And I think that's why I'm so excited about it. I've never read anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. So I don't know if it's been done before. Maybe it has, but it's definitely something completely new to me. And I can't wait till you guys get this book, get this novella. I know you're going to enjoy it. These men are crazy, conflicted, but it's so lovable. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of drama and a lot of trauma, but they are going to triumph in the end. I promise you that. Um, Khalil and Honey, you're not going to see their wedding in Mister, so don't be looking for that. But you're going to love the two chapters that you do get from them. What else can I tell you guys? Um, it's available for pre-order for 99 cents. When the book goes live, that price is going to go up. So if you have not pre-ordered it already, I highly suggest that you do. As of now, it's available under Kindle Unlimited, but I don't know if it's going to be available under Kindle Unlimited just because it's such a small amount of words. I don't know. So what I will say is I'll probably keep it under, I'm going to keep it under Kindle Unlimited. But the price is definitely going to go up after May 27th. So if you do not have your pre-order already, I highly recommend that you get it now because it's going to go up. What else can I tell you guys? If you are on Facebook and you are in my group, I've dropped character visuals and introductions for each man in the group. And at some point this week, I'll be dropping character visuals and intros for their women. So if you are in my Facebook group, be on the lookout for that. If you're not, but you're on Facebook, I will drop the link for you to join my Facebook group below. And that's it. So in the comment, let me know what your expectations are with this series. Oh, so none of the books are going to end with cliffhangers. None of the books are going to be connected. You do not have to read them in any order. They're all just friends. So it's not like the Black Mayhem Mafia saga where one story picks up where the last one ends. Each story is completely different with the characters, their storylines, and what's happening. You probably won't even see all of the men in all of the books. As an example, I want to say Hosea is up first. So you're going to see Hosea, Khalil, and Tyreek. That's all you're going to see in Hosea's book. When Anton's book comes out, you might see Anton, um, Elite, and possibly Saints. So it's not going to be a situation where all characters are going to be in all books and the books are connected. They are true standalone titles. So don't let the word series scare you away from reading it. It's just a collection of books with the same theme, but none of the books are connected at all. So let me know in a comment what you're expecting from this series, what you're expecting from Mr. Let me know if you're looking forward to hearing from Khalil and Honey again. And also let me know about the mini story time. Do you have any crazy experiences from a misadventure of getting your hair done? What's the longest you've ever been at the beauty salon to get your hair done? Let me know. We set the record for me Saturday at 16 hours. Have you been there for that long? Have you been there for longer? Let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the next video. Until next time, love, be.